Hi, friends. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Gwenna. I am your host today. My co host is the Miss Amazing Laura Nettles. I am so happy to see everyone here while I scroll through the chat and greet everyone in the chat. Laura, do you want to go ahead and give your intro?
Sure. Uh, my name is Laura Nettles. My channel is Laura Nettles. I do all things spooky and scary, from middle grade to adult horror, so full gambit. My news are I got a full manuscript request from an agent this week on Sunday. So I sent that last night. And I sold 4 Halloween drabbles on Tuesday,
I'm
yesterday.
so happy for you.
All the good
Congratulations.
stuff.
Huge. That's huge news, Laura. That's awesome. How long is their turnaround time on manuscripts?
It took them 2 months to get through the first 50 pages and then request the full. So,
Okay, so hopefully maybe another month. Maybe no more than 4 weeks.
we'll see.
We'll see. Hi, Precious. Thank you. Yes, my name is unique. I chose it at 4 years old and I've stuck to it ever since. Um, I am going to be on the quieter side today, friends, because I am in the public library. So I messed up my room reservation. And so we are going to be very productive and very quiet today. Um, Wow, so many newcomers. Hello to the newcomer Renee. Hello to Precious. I think I've seen you on at least one of my streams before. Ah, look at this. So many friends in the chat. I'm so happy. This is so good.
Hot chocolate.
Ah, and her hot chocolate looking dreamy.
It's got big marshmallows. The teeny marshmallows have already dissolved, so now it's working on the big marshmallows.
The big ones, like the size of your face, like those.
Nah, the normal size.
The normal chunky boys. All right. Laura is working on her day job. I am working into a word vomit. So,
Fun times, fun times.
yeah, I've been distracted by this for the past couple days. So, we're going to go ahead and hop straight into a sprint. I'm using one of our own timers here. Feeling a little creepy. So, we're going to go with the spooky timer.
Spooky timer. Woot woot.
Spookalookaloo. All right, friends, let's rock and roll. Ring a ring a ring a ring. Welcome back, friends.
Woot woot.
Woot woot indeed, everyone. I got just over 1,000 words. That was unexpected.
Very nice.
yeah, I'm still on the first part of this word vomit, too. I got 3 more parts of the word vomit to go, or 3 more POVs to cover, so I think I'm going to be working on this for the rest of the day, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm happy about it, but it's not what I need to be working on, so. How's the day job going?
Good. Um, so I'm lighting a tree,
Yes.
and it's outside. So it's an outside tree, and they're like, the light is a little too white. We need to make it more warm. So I had to go into Nuke and color grade the light texture, and then go back in and put it on the light, so it's more of a yellow instead of a white.
Uh-huh.
Everything. So the tree blends in more with, not blends in, but like matches more to the what they shot on set.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm getting all the render ROPs set up so I can render the tree. I can render the tree with the ground holding it out. And I can render the shadow of the tree on the ground so they can put that on top and grade the background.
That is
So
so complicated.
it's fun.
And so artsy. You're so artsy. And so technically skilled. Oh my goodness. Honestly. Let me see here. Let's go into the comments. We were rated, and that was so nice. It made me so happy. It made my little heart flutter. So thank you.
Your heart's not little.
Oh, it's little and cold and black, but it fluttered for a second.
It cracked the ice a little.
Yeah, a little bit. Just getting a little warmer, a little thawed out here. So thank you, the Dawdling Writer, for coming on over and seeing us. Starting way back, I know Morgan is working on her Vela. It looks like we are conscripting another Vela follower over here, and I'm loving it. Mama Maggie is doing laundry. Here we go. Precious is randomly rewriting an old story.
Nice.
Cool. Haley joined us. Hello, Haley. And then Pageant, HK. Oh, no, where did HK go? There's HK. And then, yes, I did briefly, August has been something. I have meant to have content every week for August, but it has just not worked out. It's just been a heck of a month. A heckin' month. So, you know what? That is what it is. And I love writing more than I love content creation anyway. So I'm happy to be here today. And happy to have all you lovely people here. Hello, Heather. We already said hi to Jennifer, but just Eva's here. Hi, Eva. Welcome, honey. Tiffany rolled on in, as has Anna Arky under the name Int Hunger. Here we go. Hello, Vlandis. Good to see you, love bug. I'm so happy that everyone is here. Look at this chat. It is just going crazy. Hi, Jen. Wow, so many friends. If I knew this many people were on consistently at 3:30 on a Wednesday. What a random time. It looks like we all have stuff to get through today.
So Jennifer had a question. Um,
Oh,
the one above where you're at.
okay, thank you.
Thoughts on
Thoughts on
using
you?
singular names as titles for short stories.
Mm,
If it's unique enough that a search will be able to bring up your story, go for it. If it's
mm-hmm,
something that would be harder to find, maybe expound a little. Um, I'm reading a story right now called Emily, and it's like it gives no context of the story except for that it's in a cosmic horror magazine, so that's the genre. But
mm-hmm.
like I get nothing from the title. Um, but that is the name of the main character, so I understand um, why they did that. So the anthology that I just got 4 stories into they had a caveat of your title could only be up to 2 words.
Oh.
So it was interesting trying to come up with creative words together that wouldn't be what everybody else would come up with, because the whole anthology was Halloween. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, how do I make mine not the same name as everybody else? Like if I named it Halloween Night or like like Hallows Eve or something, like any number of
Everyone would have
people.
done it.
Yeah, it's like, so I had to try and come up with more unique swishings of 2 words together.
Yeah, as
So
long as it's like a unique title within the genre, and you have to be
yeah,
particular being within your genre of using a single word, right? Because you don't want to use a common name like Emily if your genre is going to be romance,
yeah.
you
Like
know?
sometimes you can think of interesting 2 word ones. Like one of mine is
Mm-hmm.
called Mangled Graveyard because it's a death that occurs in a junkyard in
Mm-hmm.
the car compactor. So it's a mangled junkyard,
Graveyard.
but it's a graveyard. So
Yeah.
I mushed the 2 ideas together. So sometimes you can come up with 2 word ones that are memorable. Um, my favorite title I've ever come up with, I think, are 2 of them: Tentacles and Boom Boxes, because it kind of gives you like the time period with the boom boxes, and it gives you a bit of the Lovecraft with the tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 80s Lovecraft LARP that goes terribly wrong. But then I also have Cloak of Bones. So it has that evocative word of bones in it, but it's a cloak of bones, and that's not normal. So it's a little bit more memorable.
Mm-hmm.
So, um,
Whatever it is, it needs to catch the eye and give us an idea of how it stands apart within the genre.
like one of my favorite titles I came up with for the horror Halloween one was Apple Teeth. Because, like, Apple Teeth,
That's
what
such
the
a good
heck is
name.
that? And it's a caramel apple horror story.
It was so good. I love
So
that. That was my favorite of the four that you've posted.
it didn't get picked. I know. So Firefly Jack Lantern got picked, Shadow Cat, Hallowed Fog, and Satiated got picked.
Oh,
But
apple teeth was my favorite. It was so visceral.
yeah. So
I loved it.
I think I closed out the anthology because they're not open to submissions anymore. And they took 4 of my 7. So I guess they just didn't have room. I don't know.
I'm so excited for you. You have so much success coming your way, Laura. So much success. Ah,
All the fingers crossed.
you know what, Eva? As long as you are writing actively, you're going to do great. You're going to do great. Hi, Bess. Good to see you, honey. And Writing Rose is new here. Hello, Writing Rose.
Hello.
Congrats on finishing your scene, honey bunny. Let me see. Wow. Oh my gosh, so many friends. This is going to take us a while to catch through. Yeah, you can roll with the short. Just Stephen King's an outlier in everything he does, so don't always just take inspiration from King.
Yeah. Like one of the best novels as well that everybody loves that's spooky is Rebecca. So
Mm,
like it is just a single name, but it's a full novel. So I don't know.
I would keep reading if it's Biscuit, but I'm a Southerner. What would you, Laura?
It depends. What is the collection
Hmm.
marketed as? Do I know what's in a genre I like? If it's in a genre I like, I'll read it.
Laura, I know you write horror and you read horror, but what other genres do you work in?
Sci-fi, and
Sci-fi.
I wrote one gothic romance short story that I just submitted this morning to a anthology. So fingers crossed again. It keeps getting rejected.
Not Eva keeping extreme detailed track of you and all your achievements. I love that.
So I have 5 stories coming out October.
You know, JC, like that is a Laura Nettles story. How it became a crazy cat lady to survive the zombie apocalypse.
It's very evocative. Like, you know what you're getting into with it.
Laura is an award-winning fiction writer.
Whatever.
I love it.
Yeah, Carrie was the first big break for Stephen King.
He wrote about that in his book on writing. hmm He also wrote how important it was. Hey, Vlandis, I'm a fantasy chick. He also wrote how important it was to have a wife that supported him and took care of the kids for him, so that he could focus on his writing.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's the key portion there, right? Is that we all need to have someone in our corner to keep the daily on lock if we're going to focus 100% and have that huge of a break. Um, he did think it was garbage. Yep. I've watched Laura since forever, and it's my favorite part of AuthorTube content is watching the journey. Aww. Eva, you weren't here for it, but Laura has big news regarding her querying journey. Laura?
I think she knows. I submitted the full manuscript finally last night. So the ring is in Mount Doom.
We're on that final trek.
I can't remember the taste of strawberries.
When are the eagles coming?
I know.
I have a doting husband too, Eva, and I still live in a messy life. So you know what? That is what it is. Maybe it's
It's
because we
just
need
me and
doting
my
wives.
dog.
I think the key is having a doting wife, not a doting husband, right? Doting wives get more done. Here we go. Okay. Wow. Our entire 10 minutes, 15 minutes just to get through the chat. That's insane. I love you guys. We're going to hop into another sprint with another Laura Nettles timer. This one is the spooky mushroom timer, which I think is my favorite. I do love these mushrooms.
They're cute.
They are adorable. Let's go ahead. Oh,
JC.
yes. Yes, JC, I do. Tell my husband that. I need a sister wife. For real. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get into a second sprint here. Toodaloodles, guys.
still paused.
Honestly. Welcome back, everyone. How are you?
So
Let's-
good.
So good. I got about 800 words that time.
Crushed it
Yeah,
like a
doing
cheesecake.
awesome. How's your hot chocolate coming?
Good. There's like 2 swallows left, but it's cold, so
Ah,
I would have to warm it up again.
cold chocolate. Mm, not as
Yeah,
good.
not nearly as good.
Not nearly as good. How is
Yeah.
the day job going? How's the tree?
The first shot with the tree is on the render farm. Second shot with the tree, I'm waiting for approval from a supervisor before I stick that on the render farm. And then I'll just be sitting around waiting for the renders to be done for the rest of the day. So, yay!
Gotta love that process. That's gonna
Yeah.
take some time. Let me see here. Everyone is doing really well. Um, Poor Tiffany's computer is not being nice, and neither is Mama Maggie's, who had the fourth crash today.
The internet, yeah.
Yeah. Snarfed some of this oven pizza, 357 words. Awesome.
I have
And
pizzas in my freezer.
carb only day. I love it. 619 words. Great job.
Do
Marking
I
up some
want
notes.
chicken pizza or pesto pepperoni pizza?
Pesto pepperoni. Anything with pesto. Let me see. Editing a pirate short story. Wow, great job. 875. Protag Shape Core. Good times.
Hey,
Hi,
CV.
CV. Thank you for your sub earlier. Sweetheart. 3 chapters of edits done. Started reading. Wow, great productivity, everyone. Appreciate you guys. Look at this. We are tearing through this Wednesday. It was a rough Wednesday for me. So I'm super glad to be spending it here with all of you. Let me see. Let me see. Tiff had a question for us, which is weekdays or weekends for the ads. What do you think, Laura?
I am like never on Facebook, weekdays or weekends, so I have no idea.
I say weekdays because I feel like weekdays are the time when I'm sitting in my office job or when I had an office job that I would want to like have something to get away into, right? Like I would see an ad for it and then I would save it, like go to the website and save it and look at it later when I was off of work, right? I feel like that's my weekday flow. But a lot of people said weekends, so maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe Fridays and weekends so they can find something to read over the weekend.
Yeah, I think like Thursdays and Fridays would be a good idea.
Mushrooms!
Mushrooms. Um, Eva says it would be better to have a maid and a nanny than a sibling spouse. And I just want you to know a maid and a nanny would not, would defeat the purpose, right? Like, why have someone who just cleans my house when I could have their company as well?
Oh my gosh. So I have been watching this YouTuber who has all the cozy autumn videos and cozy Christmas and just cozy everything, fun summer. And so she's married and she's like, I don't know, 24. And so they they like to go tromping through the meadows
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, they were vlogging, like filming them having a picnic in a meadow, and her hair kept falling in her face as she's reading her book. So he snatches her hair tie from her purse, braids her hair, and sticks flowers in it while she's trying to read. It's like, ah, goals.
That's the cutest shit.
That's so
Oh,
sweet.
that is so
And
adorable.
then they were waltzing through the flowers.
Oh, no, not the flowers.
And they made a blanket fort and watched the Studio Ghibli movie with fake candles. And
That is stupid cute.
it's like, yes, please.
That is so stupidly cute. Oh my gosh. My husband can't braid. He can barely tie his own shoes, much less braid hair. Is your puppy back asleep yet, Laura?
Oh, he just moved his head. No, he's just laying there.
Aw. No puppy snores. It's okay. Wow. Look at these comments. Lord have mercy. We are tearing through them. I'm sorry if I missed someone. I agree, Eva. Name chapters are much more fun than number chapters, but as a writer, I get lazy. I don't find that I have fun titling things. Do you have fun titling things, Laura?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
When it comes to me, yeah. And then sometimes I'm just like, I just don't want to think about this anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, my fan fiction chapters were all named.
Really?
Yeah.
I never wanted to name fan fiction chapters. But I hate naming things in general. Like, I'll be honest, the characters in my stories are the last things I name.
Oh, I named them right off the bat. But I just
Really?
pull names out of thin air usually.
Huh.
Or I will do all the research on meanings of names and do it that way. Just depends.
Yeah, most of the names I choose are just placeholder names until someone tells me, hey, that's a lame name. And then I have to find something new. So, let me see. If you don't know what you want to try today, try to imagine which future you will hope. Why is that deleted? Pizza options. Good stuff, you guys. Yep, pesto pepperoni.
So the question 2 up with Jennifer Brown
Mm-hmm.
says thoughts on having animals as main characters in the same collection as main characters that are human.
Ooh, that sounds complicated.
I think as long as it's still an adult story,
Mm-hmm.
it might be okay. Like if it's an adult story with the animal main character with adult main characters, I think it would be okay. But like I wouldn't put Bunnicula with adult horror. So I don't know. I think it still just depends on the whatchamacallit, the age category that you're shooting for. Because
yeah.
like, I like writing from the point of view of the monster. And if the monster is a rabid animal, go for it.
I would also think children's books fall into this category as well. Like you can have a human child, and a dog have different POVs in the same book, right? You just wouldn't want like a teenager, unless like the teenager's pet was sentient, like a dragon or something like that. Like in a fantasy book or something.
The first dragon name that came to my head was Saphira. It's like, wow, my childhood.
That took you back, didn't it?
Good.
Any tips for new adult writing? It's a romance. Write to the exact age you want to target. To be honest, I am attempting to script a video on the difference between young adult, adult, and new adult audiences and how to write for each. So I will have a video coming on that, preferably by the end of this month, but God knows at this point, honestly. What do you think about new adult versus adult, Laura?
And my camera glitches all the time. For new adult, I don't know. Like new adult is adult for me. Like, the only difference is like it's a sliver of adult age range wise. I don't know. Like for me, new adult, what immediately comes to mind is college. So, like college,
Really?
yeah,
I would
it's
put that
with
under YA.
college.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's high school.
Mm-mm. I
Oh
would put
yeah.
college and high school under YA.
Because college, you're usually older than 18 for most of college.
Yeah, YA. Is that weird? Am I
YA
wrong?
YA is synonymous with teenagers.
Uh, I would honestly say YA goes up to the age of about 23, 24.
That's what new adult is. New adult is like
Are we talking
19 to
are we
25.
talking audience or are we talking main characters?
Main characters.
Oh, see, I was talking audience.
Oh no,
I
main
was
character.
so I would think in audience up to college are really reading YA heavily, and then
Oh
a
yeah,
few adults are still reading YA heavily.
yeah.
Main characters, I don't know, I would say up to about 20 for a YA, 2021 for a YA. And then anything like 23 and above would be a new adult main character. But you don't always want your main character to be the same age as your audience.
Usually
So
you
there's
read up a couple years,
yeah. So uh
unless it's like I don't know. Usually you read up a couple years when you're young,
mhm.
and then when you're older, you're like, give me that middle grade spooky again. You'll read everything.
I guess Precious, the question really is like what about it being romance in new adult is the real question. Like are you having trouble writing a scene or are you having like prose difficulty? Let us know so we can assist you a little more in detail there. Um Mama Maggie, I would pay to have pictures of what his one time looked like. I do not have fun titling things either, Bess. It's okay. Wow. I've heard about people doing that.
You stick the hair tie on the vacuum cleaner, and then suck it up and just.
Um, using tarot cards as names of chapters. I love that. I read tarot in my spare time. Don't feel clever like that. Wow. Oh, bye, Paget. Good to see you, honey. Has anyone ever written Peter Parker being bitten by a radioactive spider from the spider's POV?
No, I have not.
I love that you had that answer right there, Laura.
I've read quite a few Marvel fanfics, but I've never read one from the Spider's POV.
You know, Eva, the theme of my new adult fantasy is really overcoming trust issues and childhood trauma. Um, So I would say that it would be along the lines of a typical new adult, whereas young adult would be more like finding freedom, revolution, coming to terms with who you are as a human being, and like finding your inner strength, right? That's a very YA theme. Whereas I think new adult would be more the, oh, I have trauma, let me deal with it. And adult would be the, trauma is happening to me. I don't know how to deal with it, you know? And I also think there might be a bit of a difference between basing like audience category off of age of the main characters as opposed to style of the prose and theme of the work, right? Style of prose and theme of the work have a heavier hand in determining the actual audience than the main character's age. Mhm. Savage, Eva, savage. Okay. Y'all, honestly, I'm never going to get through these comments, and I would like to do one more sprint. Just a 20-minute sprint. Laura, do you need another 20-minute sprint?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to keep strolling through these chat comments while we go back to this.
Currently
I,
doing final test renders before I stick these on the farm.
here we go. Here we go. Oh, did they say go for it?
Yeah.
Cool stuff. Well, let's get some work done then, loves.
What?
And that, my friends, was our last sprint of the stream. I got 516 words. Please let me know how you did in the chat so we can celebrate you. Laura, how's the day job?
My tree is on the farm again.
Yay!
And sent all the job IDs to the supervisor so they could give it a boost so it can render out faster.
Good stuff.
And I got notes on shots that I had submitted this morning. So more things I can do.
Yay! The work never ends. Ever, ever, ever. Mama Maggie and I believe Eva gave some tips to Precious to help answer her question about new adult romance. So our work there is done. Nick finished his workout and Eva put her groceries away. So their workouts are both complete. And Eva is correct. I am 3 subscribers away now from 100.
Nice.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Ashley is here. Hi, Ashley. Welcome. As I believe I mentioned in the chat, this is our last sprint, so we are going to wrap it up here soon so everyone can get dinner and then head on over to JC's channel because JC starts sprinting at 6 p.m. Let me see. Organize some old ideas and made them connect. Awesome. Great job on your editing, Ashley. 1624. Wow. And then, oh yeah, Ashley, you subbed a while ago. Thank you, thank you, thank you, friends. I think I'm planning on doing a birthday stream and maybe a little giveaway for reaching 100 subscribers. Ashley, JC, the chat right above you, her sprint is next, and you can actually find that link in the description box below, in the boxy box. Oh, thank you. I'm not at Panera Bread. I am at my library. I wish I was at Panera Bread. I would have food. Alas, it is dinner time.
Strawberries.
Oh my gosh. To die for. So I think we are about to roll out. Laura, do you want to do an outro, my dear?
Sure. I'm Laura Nettles. Channel Laura Nettles. Horror. I have a podcast called Twisted Tendrils Horrific Writing Advice. The episode that went up last week is an interview with Alexa Dunn about imposter syndrome. And this Saturday, I'm interviewing Lizelle Samberry about Canadian horror, about finding horror wherever you live. So every story doesn't have to be set in New York. So that will go live next Friday.
Can I just tell you how much I look up to you for not only getting to talk to Alexa Dunn, but also Lizelle Samberry, 2 of my idols in this community? Idols.
It's like, I don't know you, but I'm going to message you, please.
And they did it.
So Lizelle actually is like closed to DMs everywhere, so I had to go through her like publicist at her publisher. But they let me through. Like they're my liaison to Lizelle.
Wow.
So,
oh my god, and you did it.
I did it.
You did it. Repping the author community. Just out there talking to the big dogs. Ah, man, we are so proud of you, Laura. Great job, Tiff. I'm so glad you got so much done. And yeah, I know, right? I am also always hungry. Hiatus from Sunday until the beginning of October. Take a good rest, because Preptober is going to be stressful for everybody. St. Louis Bread Company around here. Yes, 6 p.m. Eastern.
So in an hour.
Yes, in 1 hour.
Sure. Charlie Dorset's stream in 3 minutes.
Yes, and we are going to be hopping off here in 30 seconds because I'm Gwenna at Gwenna the Winna. Happy to see all of you here. Thank you, friends, for the subs. I will see most of you later. Adios, amigos.